What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Keenan once again with another video. Like always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do so. Turn on the post notifications so that you can be notified whenever I drop another video. So the other day, right, I tagged along on a photo shoot. I tagged along with the very same person who actually taught me photography. And I started thinking to myself, what would I have done differently if I had started out with photography? And then in there, I started to think about these tips that I'm about to give you. Hopefully this changes the game for you as it did for me. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into tip number one. Coming in at tip number one would be to shoot opposite. So what do I mean by that? Sometimes, well, most of the times when I am on location or when I come to a location, I would find different or other photographers there as well. What I would do now, I would think to myself, what would be the most typical vantage point or what would be the most typical spot to shoot from? And then I would work my way around that just to see that, okay, they're using this particular spot. Okay, well, I can try something different there. Like in this photo, there was a photographer at the location. The photographer was basically using the garden, right? And I thought to myself, what could I do differently? And then I had my client park alongside the garden. There was a gravel road alongside the garden, so I had my client park close to the garden, but not too close as well. And then instead of shooting in the garden, I shot from the garden. So what this did for my image, it gave my image more depth and it just, amplified the image even more, if you know what I mean. So it's these little things, right, that can instantly change your photos and end up producing exceptional results. Moving on to tip number two. Angles. Now, angles can instantly change your photos from looking like this to looking like this. So instead of just pulling your camera out or your phone and just obliviously shooting away, take some time to have your client positioned and then move around your subject just to see what would be the most attractive angle and also composition that would complement the shot. With angles also comes composition. So the composition is just as important as the angle. I mean, no one wants people in the background of the photo, nor do you want cars in the background of the photo, but if that's the look you're going for, like in this shot, the car actually complemented the subject, but no one wants just random cars in the background of the photo. So changing the composition also goes hand in hand with your angle. That's how I feel. Yeah, so next time you're on location and you have your subject, take some time or a few seconds to move around your subject and see what would be most complementary to the frame. Moving on to tip number three. So most of my work, most of the work that I do is outdoors, and being that it's outdoors, there's always trees on the scene, there's always greenery, and I find myself most of the time shooting through trees and having leaves branching into my frame, no pun intended. This gives my shot more dynamic and a sense of context because I'm shooting outside and there's greenery all around me. You get what I'm saying? For you, if you're doing any other photography, then use what is at your disposal. You can shoot through glass. You can, like in this shot, I shot through the window. You can basically just use anything that is at your disposal. That was quite a short tip, but it's effective, trust me. Moving on to tip number four. Now, lighting is everything in photography, also in videography, and also in life. And that's why I appreciate when God said, let there be light. Now, knowing how to control light is equally important. If you're out shooting and it's a bright sunny day, right? Or if I am out shooting and it's a bright sunny day, what I like to do is I would find maybe like a small piece of shadow if there is at my disposal, or whatever is at my disposal, and then I would have my subject positioned at the rim of the shadow, where the shadow meets the light. This would give me more controlled light in a sense. So then what this does, it avoids my subject first and foremost from squinting. You don't want the subject squinting in the sun, because naturally we look at the person's eyes when we look at a photo. I personally wouldn't have my subject in the sun, so that's why I do this. Yeah, so I personally don't like shooting in direct sunlight unless it is golden hour. Golden hour gives a more softer light than the midday sunlight. But if that's something you're into, then by all means, guys, I am not here to rain on your parade. Continue doing you, boo-boo. At face value, these tips, they might seem basic, but it will produce exceptional results, guys. Trust me. So if you liked any one of these 4 tips, let me know in the comment section below, and I will communicate with you. That's all for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, as it helps me a lot to grow my audience and my community. See you in the next video. Dose.